Hey, Jules Bless Vegan, and as always, welcome. And for those who have never been here before, I hope you can gain something from this channel. So, what I wanted to talk about was just temptation, crazy temptation, and how for me it is never physical because I eat properly and I get all the nutrients I need. So it's just not physical. Even if I haven't eaten on the time schedule that I prefer, it's still not cravings. The cravings for me are always mental and emotional. And they usually just go back to old behaviors that I'm triggered by certain things and want to anesthetize myself with toxic foods. So sad. But I just know that's my truth. So anyway, even though I have a plan and I work my plan, I am constantly hearing that knocking on the side of my brain saying, what about us? Hey, why don't we get, wouldn't it be delicious if, boy, wouldn't you feel better? I mean, it's chronic. It's chronic. And I know someday, I pray, by God's grace, that someday that will not be my truth, but it continues to be my truth at this time. So anyway, in understanding that that's my truth, I want to kind of get ahead of the game. Like, for instance, a huge trigger for me is the holidays. And I know that when I'm being compulsive, every day is a holiday, every meal is a holiday. But we have real Hallmark schedules, right? I mean, the world is run by Hallmark. And one of them coming up, of course, is Valentine's. And, of course, my children want to share their Valentines. One thing that was really sweet, though, was a little girl came up and said, Miss McCants, do you think we could bring fruit to the party? And I said, of course you can bring fruit. That would be fabulous. Oh, good, because if we bring fruit, then you can be part of it. Oh, are you kidding me? That's a Valentine right there. That was the sweetest little thing ever. Anyway, so I was just thinking as we're coming upon Valentine's and inevitably temptations, I found this cool article, which you know I will include in the overview, so you don't need to take notes. But it was this cool article, and it says, 5 fun ways to celebrate Valentine's Day without chocolate or wine. And chocolate is definitely my gig. Praise God. I don't do alcohol. So it says, who doesn't love a little treat on Valentine's Day? There's the classic go-to options like a box of chocolates or a bottle of wine. But if you already have a sweet date for the evening, maybe you want to look past some of the tempting options that can challenge your healthy lifestyle in favor of something more unique but equally special. And then it just gives 5 ideas. So the first one it says is get physical with your date. Woo, woo. Not that kind. It didn't say get sexual. It said get physical. All right, let's pull it back, people. So get physical, something you can do physically together, like an indoor cycle class or taking a scenic hike or having them as your partner for yoga, doing fun stretches together. I mean, something physical together. That's kind of cool. Another one, smell the love in the air. That's not for me because that is an asthma attack waiting for to happen for me. But it says to set a romantic scene by utilizing the scents of essential oils in your space. And it recommends different ones for calm, stress-free, drops of lavender, mood boosting, ylang ylang, and sandalwood, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so get some good scents going. Then this one's cool. Stimulate the brain by way of the heart. So is there a subject that may interest you or your lover? Might you go to a lecture, a performance, certainly a musical, some kind of a demonstration, even something fun like a salsa class and get hot together in a salsa class. Is there a documentary that you might be interested in? So by way of the heart. Then number 4 is share the love, meaning literally do something for those less fortunate, some kind community service project, volunteering at a soup kitchen, collecting socks and sending them to troops, something like that, something about sharing your love. And finally, another one is to cook up something special. So to actually take the time together to make a meal, so often the conversations surrounding food and a meal are so fantastic. It's a great way to get to know your person better. Experimenting in the kitchen is a great way to get to know your loved one better while building the bond that comes from teamwork. The prize at the end is a romantic and delicious meal to share and enjoy together. So that's just 5 of them. There's a ton of articles on that, but I thought that one was sweet and doable. All of those things are practical. They barely cost any money, and they're enjoyable and distracting enough to not make it be about food per se, you know what I mean, about treats. All right, so I'm just knowing Valentine's is coming, and I'm just trying to get some more tools in my tool belt to see what I can do to stay the course. So love you so much, and until we talk again, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't, and best of all, be blessed.